You've been feeling it, haven't you? That quiet, sacred shift in the air. A soft pulse in your chest when you think of them, as if heaven itself were stirring something new inside your soul. The angels whisper. This person wasn't sent by chance. Their arrival is an answer, a chapter, a return. You were placed on their path like a key dropped into trembling hands, not to open a door for them, but to show them they still had something worth unlocking. Your presence is not coincidence. It's orchestration. It's prophecy blooming in silence. They've been walking a lonely road, blind to the light they once carried. But now, with your soul drawing near, something is awakening, something that was meant only for you to reach. The angels reveal. They've prayed for peace. And you? You were the peace sent disguised as presence. A soft voice. A warmth. A holy interruption. There's a reason why your connection feels like remembering. It's because your souls met before this world. And now, that sacred recognition is leading them home. Don't doubt the divine purpose of your softness. Your compassion is not weakness. Your love is not too much. You are the doorway through which they begin again. And when they arrive, when that offer of love is finally placed before you, you'll know it. Because heaven won't just knock. It will flood the room. The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land, and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail. Isaiah 58 verse 11. She's felt it, the weight of being too much and not enough, all at once. He's carried it, the fear of being seen and the deeper fear of being loved anyway. The angels say, He's not avoiding you. He's avoiding what you awaken in Him. But to see the strength that resides within you. Embrace your flaws and wear your scars like badges of honor, reminders of the battles you've fought and survived. Reclaim the power that is inherently yours, the power to define your worth outside of anyone else's approval. Celebrate the small victories, the moments of triumph that remind you of your resilience. Invest in your passions, and let them ignite joy in your life. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, who recognize the light that you are. Create boundaries that nurture your spirit, honoring your needs without apology. Let the whispers of self-love echo in your mind, drowning out the voices of doubt and insecurity. Remind yourself that loving you is not selfish, it is necessary. So take a breath, feel the air fill your lungs. It is the essence of life, an affirmation that you are here and deserving. Now, step forward into your own brilliance, for you are the light you have been waiting for. Let it shine unapologetically, for the world awaits your glow. But for reminders of who's still standing, still loving, still becoming, the angels remind you. Your tenderness is not weakness. It's wisdom dressed in softness. You were never meant to abandon yourself just to hold someone who hasn't learned how to hold you. Keep loving. But don't forget, you're not here to rescue. You're here to rise. You didn't try to change him. You simply shined. And that light? It made him see everything he'd been hiding from. The angels say. She reflects what he's not ready to face, and yet he can't look away. Your presence stirs something ancient in him, not because you demand anything, but because your authenticity exposes the cracks in his armor. Where others mirrored his ego, you mirrored his essence. And that terrified him more than any rejection ever could. He sees in you the parts he buried, the gentleness he never let out, the dreams he dismissed, the version of himself he quietly grieved. Every time you laugh without needing permission. Every time you love without keeping score. You challenge the story he wrote about love being complicated, conditional, unsafe. And so, he resists. Because to step toward you means stepping toward himself. And not everyone's ready to be that honest. But the mirror you hold is sacred. It doesn't distort. It doesn't punish. It simply says, this is who you are when you stop hiding. Let him flinch. Let him look away. But no soul forgets the one who held up the mirror and made them see their own light. There's a silence in him that used to feel like absence. Now, it feels like listening. The angels whisper. He's beginning to hear what love actually sounds like, and it sounds like you. There's a softness unfolding inside him. Subtle, slow, sacred. He won't call it awakening, but his soul will. Where he once ran, now he pauses. Where he once dismissed, now he wonders. And your name, once whispered in confusion, is now spoken in reverence, even if only to himself. The light you left behind is echoing, in quiet places, in tired thoughts, in the space between his breath and his becoming. He may not have the words yet, but the angels show him dreaming of you, not the fantasy version. You, with your light and your wounds, your depth, your presence, your divine, imperfect grace. And in that dream, he doesn't run. He reaches. This is the moment before the leap, the hush before the confession, the inhale before the truth. Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Ephesians 5 verse 14. Yes, he is waking up. And it's your soul he sees when his eyes finally open. He comes close, eyes soft, heart open, and then disappears. Again. You're left wondering, did I imagine it? Was it ever real? The angels say, yes, it was real. But he's still learning how to stay. This isn't about you not being enough. This is about him not yet knowing how to hold what's true without trembling. He's spent so long surviving love that the idea of actually receiving it feels like standing too close to fire. Your presence melts his defenses, and that scares him. So he does what he knows. Retreat. Rebuild walls. Pretend nothing stirred. But every return is proof. Proof that something in you calls him back. That your voice calms storms he never speaks of. That your silence echoes louder than anyone's words. And though the cycle exhausts you, the angels want you to know. Each time he comes back, a piece of the wall stays down. He doesn't return the same. He returns more aware, more open, more his own. This is not a promise of forever, but it is a sign of softening, of spiritual work in motion. You were never meant to chase, but neither were you meant to shrink. Hold your center, beloved, and let him orbit until he remembers. He's always belonged in your gravity. He never said it, not with words, but the angels saw how your love wrapped around him. Like warmth in a cold room. They say, she didn't try to fix him. She loved him whole. You didn't force healing. You became it. Through patience. Through presence. Through the sacred art of staying soft in a world that taught you to harden. You never asked him to change. And that's what changed him. Love, in its purest form, doesn't shout. It doesn't demand. It hums, quietly, in the background of someone's pain, until they finally hear it and realize they've been held all along. He may never be able to explain how you reached him, but there are moments, small, almost imperceptible, when he breathes easier just thinking of you, when he finds himself doing better, being kinder, without knowing why. The truth? It's you. Your love became a balm for wounds he couldn't name. And in your quiet way, you showed him what it feels like to be safe, not in the absence of fear, but in the presence of unwavering care. This is what real love does. It doesn't perform. It permeates. It heals. And even if he walks away again, he will never unlearn the way you made him feel. You've questioned the timing, the silence, the spaces where love seemed to vanish like fog in morning light. But the angels lean in now, gently placing light where doubt once lived. They whisper, "It's not over. It's aligning." What feels like delay is actually design. He's being rerouted, not away from you, but toward his truest self. And that path, though long, leads back to you. There are forces at work beyond what your eyes can see. Moments divinely orchestrated to protect what's sacred between you. Had it all unfolded sooner, he wouldn't have been ready. And you? You might have dimmed your light just to meet him where he stood. But now, you're standing in your wholeness. And he is learning to rise. This connection is being watched over. Every tear you've cried, every prayer whispered into the dark, none of it went unheard. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. The reunion isn't just coming. It's being prepared. And when it arrives, you'll see it wasn't delayed. It was made divine. He holds his heart like glass, not to protect it from you, but to shield it from the shatter of being truly seen. The angels whisper, "He feels too much. That's why he shows you so little." There are words on the tip of his soul, but every time they rise, fear pulls them back. Not because he doesn't want to love you, but because love, to him, has always meant loss. He's been told emotions are weakness, that needing someone makes you small. So when he feels the depth of what you stir in him, he freezes, not out of indifference, but out of history. You are the first person he's wanted to run toward, and away from. In the same breath, he dreams of you, but wakes up telling himself not to. He misses you, but tells his heart to hush. Yet the ache remains, because the soul always remembers what the mind tries to bury. And slowly, painfully, his armor is cracking. Not because you demanded it, but because your love made it safe to be soft again. The Lord is close to the broken-hearted, and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. So when he finally says what's been hidden, know this. It wasn't easy, but it was always real.